Aware that I'm armed, the confident lunatics ask how many bullets he has. Can he take them all down? In exchange for this snowmobile, they'll take the risk. Incredibly, Zhang Yi tried to argue that he doesn't need to kill everyone here, but if they did something, it would happen. One of the men says that if he leaves the snowmobile and the woman, he can leave alive. Zhou Haimei behind thought this was a real possibility and got scared. However, firmly Zhang Yi asked if they were crazy. The man insisted that they couldn't let the chance of having food slip away to search for food. In this case, Zhang Yi had no choice. He grabbed his Desert Eagle and shot them all. The idiot was the first to take a shot to the forehead, with the noise attracting the dogs, so Zhang Yi, using his storage skill, sucked the wolves into the dimensional space. Girl Zhou Haimei climbed back onto the snowmobile, and they continued to flee. People returned, but all they found were their brothers' bodies in the snow. They also noticed that the dogs were gone. The men looked around and couldn't see where the dogs were. This outsider killed their people and stole their dogs. This couldn't end like this. They would have to seek revenge. Carrying the bodies, they returned to their village. In their village there's a castle, and inside there's an otaku hugging a dakimakura pillow. Are you guys like that too? There's no point in lying, I know. The villagers defeated by Zhang Yi returned and went to talk to the otaku in his room. They were disgusted with everything here, asking if he wouldn't prefer a real woman who isn't 2D. The boy is lost in this world, so they need to pull his blanket to wake him up. The situation is so serious that he doesn't even realize there are people in his room watching him date. Wait outside, I'm dating. Sometime later, he left his wife and went to talk to the men. They tell him about a man who has a snowmobile and a beautiful 3D woman. They need that snowmobile and also need to avenge their brother's deaths. The reason they came to the chubby guy is that this outsider may have powers just like the otaku. They want him to help capture Zhang Yi and get the snowmobile for them. The otaku, who seems very important, says that God gave him this power, so he must have sent this person with powers to make him even stronger. Chun will accept the challenge and hunt down this person. The elders affirm that their tribe cannot be intimidated, and what the otaku is doing is noble. They rely on young Chun. Sometime later, Zhang Yi and Zhou Haimei arrive at the building where their safe house is located. The woman seems sad about the situation. The reason for her sadness is that, in the current situation, she has no other choice. To survive, she must accept being someone else's woman, whom she doesn't even know. When they arrive, Zhou Kier will receive her unfaithful boyfriend. He has been working for so many days away, so he must be tired. Upon realizing the presence of another maiden, Zhou Kier, embarrassed, says she didn't know Zhang Yi liked older women. The protagonist tells the guest to sit down, and leaving the room, he tells Zhou Kier that this person is not for him. She came to meet Uncle Yu, but Zhang Yi asserts that there's nothing wrong with older women. Leaving that aside, how is Uncle Yu? He healed in a week. A normal person would take 3 months to heal. The old man is as good as new. The protagonist's orders were for Zhou Kier always to apply sedatives to restrain his uncle, but now it's time for him to leave the cage. Zhang Yi's concern is that there are others out there with powers. Building a good relationship and keeping his Uncle Yu in good condition are his interests. Together, they are stronger. Inside the room, Uncle Yu was doing very well. He said he was very happy and grateful for everything his nephew did for him. Besides saving his life, he now looks handsome. Uncle Yu feels much stronger now. To demonstrate this, he puts his hand on the bed to try to break it. However, Zhang Yi, impressed, tells him to calm down. Uncle Yu shouldn't think he's a monster. In fact, he has just awakened. He gives an example that before he was a tadpole, but now he's a frog. To help, Zhang Yi reveals his power as well, making it clear to Uncle Yu how he always had so much food. Because of his excitement, Uncle slapped the bed and broke it, causing it to fall to the ground. Zhang Yi asks if he's okay. He says yes. He just needs to get used to his strength. The protagonist asks his uncle if he wanted a wife. He has something for him. Zhang Yi takes him to the living room and shows him his gift. Immediately, he recognizes, "Could you be Zhou Haimei?" She says yes and asks if he's Uncle Yu. Look at how excited the old man gets. Zhang Yi says that this house will be theirs and they can get to know each other and live here together. Zhang Yi will move elsewhere with Zhou Kier. They prepare to leave. Zhang Yi tells Uncle Yu that this snowmobile will be his gift, to use it and get food now. His uncle is very honest, saying that this is too much. The snowmobile is important to Zhang Yi. However, the protagonist shows his new ride, a snow-going car. Now it's no secret to anyone that he has powers, and everyone is shocked by this. The two of them go by car to their new home. Along the way, Zhou Kier asks if their new home is beautiful. He replies yes, it's very spacious and comfortable, nothing like their apartment. Along the way, Zhang Yi warns that there is another person at home. He's warning her in advance to be prepared. Zhou Kier sulks because it's obvious it must be another woman. In this way, Zhang Yi reassures his wife, saying that it's just someone who will help with housework every day. Initially, she asks if it's only for this reason, and he says yes, she is the only one in his heart. After that, Zhou Kier calms down and becomes happy. Zhang Yi is relieved because he doesn't need a disobedient woman. On the way, they face a heavy snowstorm until something stronger than the snow hits the car, a tornado. Realizing this, the tornado was pushing the car, so Zhang Yi uses his ability and sucks the entire snow tornado into another dimension. However, right after that, another different tornado threatens them. At this moment, Zhang Yi realizes that there must be another person with abilities like his uncle, so he turns around and flees. More snow tornadoes come their way, and just like before, he absorbs them with his storage power. The culprit behind this was the otaku. These attacks are very exhausting, so now he's at his limit. The others with him ask if he's okay. He says yes, but he needs to rest a bit. Now that they've confirmed the enemy's powers, they are worried. Zhang Yi stops the car and takes a rifle from his storage. He deduces that his opponent must tire out a lot with their attacks, so he must retaliate while they recover. Zhang Yi gets out of his car and shoots at the snowbank. One of them is hit in the leg and shouts for help. Only 2 remain. The otaku still wonders how he can see them hidden, so Zhang Yi shoots several more times. Chun attacks with tornadoes, but his attacks are easily nullified. Despite giving his all, he is completely neutralized. How can he be so powerful? With this, Zhang Yi says they must have realized the difference in power. They are not reacting anymore. However, continuing this fight here could be dangerous for Zhokir. Zhang Yi shouts that if they have the courage, they should come after him, but now the fight will be on his turf. Zhang Yi returns to the car, and she calms down very quickly and asks if he has killed them all. He says no. So you'll come back for revenge later. She asks this because she already knows her boyfriend and knows he's like that. They continue on their way, leaving the defeated ones behind, but at least everyone is alive. In the bunker, his red-haired girl was lying down until now, waiting for him to return. This happened, and as soon as the protagonist arrived, he went to inform Yang Mi that she should come and meet his new friend. She asks if the friend is engaged to him or something. It's something like that. Zhang Yi hands her new clothes to wear and come downstairs now, and let's face it, she looks very good in that outfit. Determined to claim territory, Yang Mi dresses up and puts on makeup to meet her rival. As she descends the stairs, Zhang Yi is excited about it. Following behind is the beautiful redhead. When the 2 girls see each other, they are startled, and Zhokir approaches Yang Mi with fists clenched, hinting at a possible fight. Zhang Yi intervenes and asks if they already know each other. Zhokir confirms that she's her cousin. Surprised, Zhang Yi stands between them and asks if it's all getting a bit too serious. Yang Mi asks him not to let her cousin know about their relationship, but Zhang Yi questions if there is indeed a relationship. The shy girl wonders if their agreement isn't just a temporary arrangement. They are cousins, and their families are famous in the medical field. Zhokir doesn't like her cousin because, according to her, Yang Mi embarrasses the family name. People in their social circles mock them because Yang Mi chose to work in the entertainment industry. Zhokir complains that the worst part is her cousin's poor acting skills. Zhang Yi asks why that's a problem. It's because Yang Mi uses her looks to promote herself, and that vulgarity makes others mock their family. Zhang Yi intervenes again, stating that it's all in the past, and there's no longer such a social circle. From now on, they will have to live together peacefully. He decides to show them around the new house and their responsibilities there. When they see the cultivation room, they get excited about taking care of the plants, as these gardens are their responsibility. Yang Mi thanks the protagonist for keeping her secret. She suggests they can maintain their relationship, but keep it a secret. Zhang Yi nods in agreement, respecting her opinion. However, he wonders how he'll manage their 3-way relationship now. To express her gratitude, Yang Mi offers to cook for them and heads to the kitchen. Later, while searching for ingredients, she finds there's nothing in the pantry. As she searches, Zhang Yi sneakily approaches her and whispers in her ear, making her blush as she wonders what he's up to. What are you doing, and what if your fiancé finds out? He ignores her concerns and retrieves ingredients from his dimensional storage, telling her this is how they'll eat from now on. Even though she's aware of his powers, she's impressed, as are we by other things. He pats her bottom playfully and eagerly anticipates the meal. After a while, the food is ready and they can start eating. Apprehensive about whether they'll like it, Zhokir tastes it first and remarks that it's too salty. Embarrassed, Yang Mi admits she couldn't concentrate with everything going on. Sensing the tension between the cousins, Zhang Yi decides to take advantage. He starts being affectionate with Zhokir, feeding her, and she responds by being cute and happy, showing off to her cousin. Even though she pretends not to care, she keeps up the display throughout dinner. Later, as they lie in bed, Zhokir asks which of them is better. Zhang Yi pets her head and says, "Of course it's her." Zhokir is his personal doctor, so she's more important. Not to mention, she's the most beautiful. Zhang Yi kisses her forehead and hugs her as they drift off to sleep. In this cute moment, the protagonist reflects that love is nonsense. Everything is about interests. In the following days, Zhang Yi practices his archery skills daily. At one point, he receives a call on his cell phone. Without caring who it might be, he declines the call and blocks the number. Nothing outside this place matters to him. However, mysteriously, the blocked number calls again, making him furious. How is this possible? He hangs up and blocks it again, but the number calls once more. Now he's driven crazy by it, and then the phone answers the call on its own. The person on the line asks why he won't answer their calls. Zhang Yi listens and learns that the person knows his personal information, including his date of birth, ID number, and everything that should be kept secret. Finally, the caller mentions his mansion. The caller says it's simple. This hacker wants Zhang Yi to provide food, clothing, and drinks in exchange for not spreading his information. The protagonist questions if he really thinks this information is important. However, the chubby man on the other end of the line claims to have evidence that Zhang Yi stole from the Walmart warehouse. If he spreads this, the right and powerful people from the entire city will come after him because they know he must have a lot of food. The chubby guy reveals his identity and where he used to work before the disaster. Even Zhang Yi is aware of the company this hacker works for, so if he knows all this, he might have taken control of the security systems of this mansion. Zhang Yi tries to convince the man that he doesn't have that much food, but it doesn't work. Despite Zhang Yi being furious at being blackmailed in this way, he listens to the man's demands. This mansion relies on security cameras, alarms, digital locks, and other things. The man threatens that if he disables these, at any moment he could be attacked in his bunker. The chubby guy says he must deliver everything requested to his address at Villa 302. If Zhang Yi tries anything, he will know, and he will fulfill the threat of leaking all his secrets.